Alright, hello today, YouTube. So, say hi, King. So, we got a free generator here. We just keep it in the, in the shed just in case we ever need it. But, so I'm gonna make two videos today. One, just an overview of this, and then a long-term update on that Craftsman mower, which we've had for, I'd say, 4 years now. Anyways, that's for a later time. Now, I know it's been a really long time since I put a video up on this page. It's just with work and everything, it's been very hectic, and there's just been a lot going on. So, I want to get back into it, so I figured go over this free generator. Now, when I say free, I mean it was given to us as a present by my grandfather, who is no longer with us, but he gave it to us a long time ago. And, like, I'd say good 10 years ago. And it's just pretty much been in the house, in the basement, and it was just had stuff on top of it. I didn't even know we had it until about 5 or 6 years ago. We got it out, couldn't get it running, put it down in the shed, and after messing around with it for a while, I finally got it to run, and it actually runs really good. And so I'm just going to kind of do a little overview of it and tell you my opinion on it. So obviously, as you can see, because I've had it on the front end of this thing this whole time, you can see it's a Gen Power 305 10 horsepower. Obviously, you've probably already read that. It's very simple. So there's your choke, which is all the way over there. Then just as it warms up, you just push it more to run. And then there's also the throttle, which you can actually move yourself if you feel like doing for whatever reason. And then there's your simple on-off switch. So just move this thing forward a little bit. And then there's obviously your gas tank up here, which is a 5-gallon capacity. It's got about half a tank in it. It's fresh gas. Just put the gas in probably less than a month ago. We've had some pretty bad weather, so it was nice to have this. And then you've obviously got your standard plugins over here, and it tells you exactly all the information you might need. Yeah, it's pretty just a straightforward little generator. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing super big that's gonna run, your entire house. But we did use this to this entire shed, which obviously you can't very well tell from the inside, but this entire shed was built using that exact generator. Because when the guys showed up to do the shed, because they brought all the lumber and everything, and in fact their truck got stuck up there, so we had to hook it to a 4-wheeler, the trailer with all the lumber. So that trailer right there, we had to move all the lumber onto that trailer and move all the lumber and everything for the shed down here. And they used this generator to power all the tools to do it, and this thing ran for probably a good 6 hours straight without turning off. Ran beautifully the entire time, powered all our tools, and you would think they would have brought a generator or something with them to do the shed. Nope. They had the lights. They had lights that were probably about as tall as this tree. All that good stuff. And if it wasn't for his generator, this shed would have never gotten done that day. So it was definitely nice to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just how good this thing runs. I'm going to fire it up. And hopefully it won't give us any problems, which it shouldn't, because it just was running the other day. And I'm going to be doing this one-handed because I'm holding the camera. So bear with me a little bit if the camera gets a little shaky and stuff. So first pull, gotta love it when stuff comes together and works right. So yeah, that's just a little overview of this generator we got for free. I just was kind of my honest opinion on it for a free generator. I don't know, don't quote me on any of the prices or anything. I have no idea how much this thing costs back in the day when it was bought. Like I said, it's a pretty old generator. but hey, it works. Uh, I have no idea how much this thing cost back in the day. I mean, as you saw when I was running, it is a Coleman brand. Um, it's a PowerMate 6250, but yeah, it's a great little generator, honestly. When we lost power in our house, we ended up putting this generator back up to the house and powered the sink, the fridge, or not the sink, the freezer and the fridge, and a few other items. And yeah, it worked actually really relatively well. Actually, another little side note, which I know this isn't, I'm probably going to get somebody who's going to say this. It's not meant for this, but what we ended up doing was, because there's only two outlets here, and the main big one down there, I forget what you call it, the AC voltage outlet, I think. I can't remember the name of that exactly, but anyways, so because it only has two outlets right here, two normal, regular, and like in the wall style outlets, what we ended up doing was we just got an extension cord. One of those extension cords that has like the little brick that has like 10 outlets on it. We plugged that in there and we're able to power like 10 other things off of that, like phone chargers, even a TV and a movie player. So that's another thing we did with this, which was actually really nice because we were out of power for the entire day. For, I think it was like 14 hours we were out of power because they went out like at 3 in the morning. It was out till late that night. So, I mean, it was really nice to have this for sure. And one other little thing that I actually think is really cool about this little generator, which is kind of funny. It says it right here, if you can read that. This engine is equipped with a low oil sensor. If engine will not start, check oil level. Now, let me tell you, when we first got this generator out, it's a Briggs & Stratton engine, which, I mean, you can't go wrong with Briggs & Stratton, obviously. I mean, I've had relatively good luck. I've only had like one bad Briggs & Stratton engine, and that was the only one out of like the dozen that I've owned. So that low oil sensor does work in this, because when we first got this thing out, I asked my dad, did you check the oil? He said yes. Now what happened is when we were moving put this thing out, it was tipped over, so the oil splashed up and made it look like there was oil in there. There was enough oil in there that when we tipped it over sideways, it showed there was oil, but after it sat on its side, or the right way up for like a half hour, all the oil went back down to the bottom, and it was pretty much dry as a bone. There was like just barely enough to coat the very bottom of it. There was next to nothing in there. Had this thing been started with that little lack of oil, it would have blown the engine. It would have seized the engine right away. So that's a really nice feature to have on anything. It's a nice feature to have. So that really saved us this generator, because I should not. That's another little thing. Don't listen to people when you're not 100% sure. Check for yourself. Even if it's somebody you trust, always check things yourself. Whether it's on a car, four-wheeler, lawnmower, whatever it is, check things yourself. Honestly, it will help you in the long run. So we put oil in it, and then after some tinkering, and I actually had to take the carburetor apart and put it back together. After all that, we finally got it to work. I've powered a welder off this thing, like a full-scale welder, and I welded some stuff on a four-wheeler with a friend of mine, so that's another thing that this thing was good for. This thing has paid for itself. Not obviously as a joke, but it really has been worth everything to us. I mean, we've done so much with this generator. It's kind of funny. But yeah, that's just a quick overview. I hope you all enjoy, and I am going to be filming the next video right away with this mower here. And I'll upload this one tonight. And today is, I believe, the 12th of April. And after I upload this one, I'll upload the lawnmower one in a few days, just to give this one some time to, don't mind that ringing. That's just my watch ringing because of a phone call. But yeah, I'll give this one a few days, and I'll go ahead and upload the Craftsman. And I'm probably going to do a little review on that hedge trimmer as well. This little guy right there is this home light. I'm probably going to do something on that later tonight as well. So I hope you all enjoy, and hopefully I'll be able to upload more continuously throughout coming weeks. I'm probably going to film multiple videos at once and then upload them over the weeks. And yeah, so I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.